Folks, what's up? This is how I use SoldScope on a daily basis, and it's basically using the Helium 10 tools I used to work with on a daily basis, or Jungle Scout or Smart Scout, but for half the price. So you have the rank tracker to track your organic and sponsor keywords, the keyword research, it's Magnet and Cerebro, basically. Product research, really similar to Black Box. The index checker, that's like the old Helium 10 index checker. Then I use the Chrome extension. You'll see it has four different features. It's basically like XRay. Then the search query performance analyzer, and last but not least, the MCP for AI agents. Let's break it down. This is the rank tracker. This blurred space here is my async. So this is basically, well, you can migrate data coming from Smart Scout, Jungle Scout, or Helium 10. You just ask the guys at the SoldScope team and they'll migrate every keyword, every async, and the history log. And then you basically input your async and your keywords, and you can see the different data here, search volume, total products, search query performance data coming from your async and the keyword. Then you have the units sold, revenue, spend, ACOS, impressions, clicks, click-through rate, CPC, and CPR. This is coming from your own PPC data. And then you have the rankings. So you can check the organic, the sponsor rankings, the suggested CPC, the sponsor async. We are analyzing the Amazon brand analytics, rank, click share, conversion share. When was this information last updated? It was today, actually. And this is basically the rank tracker. The next tool I use is the keyword research. You have the classical reverse async research, and then you can analyze a seed keyword or a group of keywords. So this is basically one of my competitors. I selected the last 30 days. You can get the competitors or get the keywords just as Cerebro. So this is the product I'm looking for, Elgato Stream Deck, the keyword distribution, the search volume, the word frequency, just like Cerebro. And then you have the keywords and the data. Search volume, you can check it out for the last 30 days, 90 days, 1 year, or since it was tracked by SoldScope, the trend, the opportunity score, the keyword categories, it's a branded keyword or not, the suggested CPC, a title density, just as we used to have on Helium 10, the Amazon brand analytics search frequency rank, click share, conversion share, the competing products, sponsored products, organic rank, the match type, organic, sponsor, or Amazon recommended. And you can always export to CSV, Excel file, or add to Brightlist. Brightlist is the keyword or the product lists you can buy using SoldScope. Next tool is product research. So this is like Black Box. You have a pre-built filter library, and then you can build up your own presets. So I used Elgato Stream Deck as a product identifier. This is the only filter I'm using right now. And you have all the data on what's the bestseller rank, estimated sales, revenue, price, start rating, ratings, the name of the seller, country, the brand, any issues you can have reselling this brand on Amazon, UPCs, EN codes, yearly sales, best sales period, and so on. And then you can check the images, the videos, if they're coming from the seller, influencers, customers, if it has A+ content or not, the listing aids, and so on. And you have a massive amount of filters, just as Black Box. The next one is the Chrome extension. It works for every single page. It looks like XRay, actually. So you have Product Radar that's like XRay. The Inventory Spy, this works at at an ASIN level, then the revenue calculator, and you can search using images. Just like XRay, you have the overall data on this particular keyword, the number of products, brands, categories, subcategories, fulfillments, countries, and then you can break it down just for organic, every product, sponsored or sponsored product blocks. And just as XRay, you have the same information but breakdown on an ASIN level. And the same for the PDPs. So you have the data on this particular ASIN, units, revenue, price, rating, and so on. So this is basically just like XRay. The next one I'm using is the index checker. So you basically input an ASIN. You can input the seller code, ID, a list of keywords, and then just check the search volume, the Amazon Brand Analytics rank, the competing products, and if it's indexed on the standard index, catalog index, and storefront index, just like Helium 10's index checker. The next one is the search query performance analyzer. And it's basically for all your products, and you can select, for example, the last 3 months, and you'll get the data. It's first, you can check the charts for CBR, CTR impressions, and purchase median price, and then break it down keyword by keyword with data coming from your seller API, from your PPC campaigns, and then from Search Query Performance Analyzer. And what's more interesting is that you have a funnel analysis chart. So you can see the concentration for keywords versus clicks, versus add to carts, and versus purchase. And last but not least, you have the MCP connection. You can connect SoldScope with your ChatGPT account, with your Claude account, and it's basically an MCP connection to check whether your account is working great or not, pull data from the market and each a certain ASIN, and more stuff. And actually, you have what this thing can do break down here, and they're adding more features as we speak. So I run this test for an ASIN. It's for Spain, and it's for the Elgato Stream Deck. And well, basically you have the TLDR information on the product here, and then the keyword footprint. So my prompt was use SoldScope to analyze the Elgato Stream Deck and pull its sponsored keywords. And the footprint is 86 total keywords, 63 is organic, 48 is sponsored with a combined search volume of 30K a month. Here's the breakdown, branded head and Stream Deck variants. You have 19 different keywords, search volume, sponsored product rank, organic rank. Then you have the competitor conquesting keywords, 3 different branded keywords on competitors. And then you have the halo effect keywords. So anything that's ranking besides sponsored product campaigns. And it's basically the halo keywords for your product. And then you have an analysis on what's working or what could be improved. And this is basically the tools I use on a daily basis. So if you want to try SoldScope, I'm sharing 4 different discount codes on the description, from 10% lifetime to 50% for the first 2 months. Just give it a try and you're never looking back, I can tell you that. Hope you liked the video and see you soon. Take care. Bye.